You are live. I'm really curious to see how it goes because my internet in Florida has been absolute trash.
Can't imagine.
Thanks,
why.
Ron.
I know. But like, you know, obviously working from home and doing like things at home, like for work, online meetings and things like that. It just always seems to like not only have I lost power a couple times too, like you'll just hear thunder and then all of a sudden you don't have power, but like my internet's just completely dropped out like a nice handful of times. And I just did a video call a couple of days ago with Brett and Laura, and it was like freezing the entire time. So hopefully this goes a lot better. I'm like hoping it was just like it was Google and not me. I mean, I don't know who's got a better infrastructure, but
Probably not you.
You've been good so far.
probably not me. But so far,
No, you'd think that Florida would have figured it out by now with all the practice. Like, there's always storms.
Yeah, you would think so, but like maybe it's because of the water.
Like there's nowhere for it to go.
Well, like back home, everything was buried underground, and here it's all up in the air
and held into the ground by sand.
Yeah,
because like they don't get snow days.
Did you get any of that? Did you get any of that Fort Lauderdale rain down there?
Not really. We didn't get flooded.
It was epic up there.
Yeah.
You sound disappointed, John.
Well, I have not been a part of any like major weather systems yet.
That's probably good.
Every time we've gotten a hurricane, I've traveled for work. I've been out of town. Like I haven't got to like enjoy any of it.
And left your wife and children home alone.
Yeah,
like a real man.
Yeah. All right, let me get this thing out here.
Oh man, they took the lead finally.
Embiid with a little crotch kick there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get tossed, and that would have been a problem.
Claxton gets under his skin.
I don't know why. He's so much better.
He's always pushing him in the back. He's always bugging Embiid.
Joe should just, manhandle him and put it to bed. Don't get goaded into dumb shit.
Yeah. The Nets will gladly take that trade of Embiid off the floor and Claxton.
Oh, no.
All right, we are shared. We're out there.
Where are we?
We're on the internet.
Oh, my goodness.
We've got a handful.
We are on the Florida internet.
We are on the Florida internet. All right, I'm going to try to do some intro music. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Crack a beer and join John and Mr. Steve as they explore the people, places, and brews of the craft beer world. You are now entering the Might Be Brews podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a very special edition of Might Be Brews. My name is John. With me, as always, Mr. Steve. How you doing tonight?
What is this thing? What are we on?
I don't know. Does it feel familiar? Does it sound familiar?
I don't know. I gotta like ease into it like an old suit jacket.
Yeah, right. And obviously, we've got a couple special guests here. We've got Sean and Steve from FAM Artisan Craft Brewers. How are you guys doing?
Good, man.
Good. Thank you guys for joining us.
Welcome back, guys.
Fish with the comments. I wasn't sure. Actually, I knew for sure he would be here. I think he meant to say, I'm surprised you guys didn't recast Mr. Steve. But that's hilarious. Mr. Brett, how you doing? Anybody that's out there that watches, especially anybody from the Treasure Coast group that I'm just now newly a part of, say hi in the chat. Let us know you're here. Say what's up. But guys, what's going on?
Treasure Coast?
Not too much. What's up with you, man? Florida, huh?
Just living the Florida life, man.
Florida
life. I'm trying to decide what to start with. I got a Curiosity 18.
That's pretty good.
And I've got a Hop Cream.
I would say the Curiosity.
I might do both.
The Hop Cream's pretty intense. Like
pretty sweet.
That's kind of like a palate killer, in my opinion. It's so sweet. What's up, Rob?
What's up, man?
Good to see.
That's our security detail.
Gulf Coast Brewery, Treasure Coast Pontoon Folk. Yeah, I think Gulf Coast definitely has the good. I don't want to say definitely the good, but the much better breweries. I think they've got a better brewery scene. The East Coast hasn't. I don't know, just isn't as crazy.
What's in the Gulf Coast besides like Corporate
Tampa.
Ladder?
I think the Tampa scene.
Magnanimous.
Anglefair,
Okay.
all that stuff. I don't even know them all for sure. Oology, I think that's out there maybe.
Calusa, they're down where you guys went last year or whatever. Straight across from you guys on the East Coast.
Yeah, Sarasota-ish.
Yeah, yep.
You guys have a beer?
I do not. Sean does.
I do.
What?
I'm drinking some Nugget Nectar.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's one I kind of miss. What do you got there, Mr. Steve?
I got the poor man's Italian Pilsner.
Nice.
Poor man's up in Ephrata.
Yeah.
Once we give our fanboys their attention their due, we can get into my little brewery trip that I did for my birthday with the family.
Yeah. I wanted to get into that because I've heard a lot about Poor Man's, but it's never something that I don't think I've ever had any. Nice.
Definitely killing it in the lager game. Very nice. I was impressed. Very good.
Awesome. Well, guys, there's a Florida buddy here. I'm gonna bring him up there.
Francois. I heard that name so many times already.
I know, right?
There he is. Which one is he in that picture? Is he holding the fish?
Yeah, I think he is the one that's crowned the big fish. He's like a legit fisher guy. Like he's got a legit fishing boat and drives out to like the ocean where I'm like in the river before the ocean. He like,
you haven't been out with him yet?
$300 to just in fuel to get out there and then catches monsters.
He is a legit fisher guy.
A legit fisher guy. I think that's the official way people say it,
I love it. I love it.
It's like I've never heard the word fisherman before.
Yeah.
Fisher.
As Fisher chimes in every few seconds.
Yeah.
But guys, we got to talk about what's going on this weekend. Once again, you guys are back at FAM, but this is a little bit different, I feel like, because you guys have kind of moved into the spot. So one of you guys want to kind of talk about kind of your move into the brewery and then kind of transfer over to what's going on this weekend?
Sean, go ahead.
Yeah. So, it was pretty cool. So this year, Locust Lane reached out like they always do and said, hey, what about our annual collaboration? And, I'm sure everybody had noticed that we really hadn't done anything in like the last year. I mean, really, we hadn't put anything out since our last collab with Locust Lane. Just energy costs, everything else, life just kind of got in the way of making beer, and just doing it in the garage wasn't feasible anymore. So when they reached out, we said, you know what, let's just me and Steve talk. We're like, let's go for it. So we met with Tom over there and just kind of threw it out like, hey, can we move our stuff in? Because it's not really a collab if we're not putting stuff out on our end. So it worked out because they were brewing their test batches on a 10-gallon system, and they were looking to kind of increase that capacity. Our system's 1 barrel or 31 gallons. So they were like, hey, if we can use your system for test batches, you guys can move in and, basically we're doing test batches along with them in a way, kind of like rotating back and forth. And, we'll be able to put stuff on tap, hopefully every 4 to 6 weeks or so at the brewery. So that's kind of where we're at. This weekend is the first beer to come out.
That's super exciting. So which beer are you guys releasing?
That would be the flagship, if you will, the Unavoidable B Parts.
So remind us what that recipe's like. What's going on with that?
It's a big double IPA. Local raw honey, unavoidable B parts, vanilla, and like a little kiss of lactose.
The
And a whole bunch of
pictures,
hops, like always.
the pictures I've seen of that beer look outrageous.
It's
It looks
incredibly
so
photogenic.
creamy. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And it's funny. I've heard so many times already how viscous it is. I'm like, yeah, it's a thick beer. But it's good though. I mean, it's held up to what I would expect, which is good. It's probably the 5th time we've made it.
Something like that, yeah.
So for it to come out as well as it did, I think honestly, we got away from using the raw honey. The last few times we were just going to like Wegmans and getting their clover honey or whatever they have on the shelf. We decided to go back to the raw honey this time, which is probably like 2-3 times the price. But I think that really makes the beer, in my opinion. It manages to make its way.
It's not as sweet.
And it makes its way through the process, which I think is like a lot of other honey could die, because we put it in at the end of boil. So there's a lot of brewing going on after that, and it just makes it through. Like you can taste the honey as soon as you take a sip of it. So pretty happy with it.
Nice. Now, what about what system did you use when you brewed this beer? Did you do it on the big system, or did you guys do it on the test batch system?
On our system, which is the new test batch system, basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's why it's tap only.
Yeah, I was going to say it's tap only, right? We can't get cans.
Nah.
Hopefully somebody can talk somebody into getting a crowler.
Well, we've already arranged that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Mr. Brett's going to bring you down some next week, hopefully.
Nice. Very cool.
So, but yeah, overall though, anybody that comes this weekend, tap only. If it makes it past this weekend, which I'd say 50-50, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's
not making it.
Yeah. I mean, it's over. I mean, it's almost 2 full half kegs worth of beer, but it went on tap last night, and yeah, there's gonna be a ton of people at the release. So but if it does make it past the weekend, they will allow crowlers when they open up the following Wednesday.
What else can people expect when they're there at Locust Lane this weekend? What kind of stuff is going on there? What other things can people look forward to besides B parts?
Well, to be honest with you, Locust Lane's kind of killing it right now. They have and you know me, I'm a big beer guy. They have some low ABV beers that I have been really, really enjoying, and I don't normally do that. So come early, watch the Sixers. It'll be great.
Well, yeah, because don't they have an expanded outdoor space?
Yeah, they have a huge deck on the side, 2 food trucks now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what, one their own or both?
No, they're both theirs. One, they kind of keep it simple, and the other one is Dave's awesome, super creative menu.
And I think the whole concept is the one, it's a little bit smaller, will go to events. So I think I don't know if there's limitations to it, honestly, but they're trying, their whole business model is kind of changing to getting their product directly to the consumer and lean a little less heavy on distribution. Just because, I mean, I don't know, down there, it seemed like they're pretty heavy on distribution down there as well in Florida. I know we went to that beer store, there's a lot, but up here, I mean, it just keeps getting more and more crowded on the shelves, so much competition that, the funny thing they said is their Kolsch beer, Locust Lane's Kolsch, you can get it cheaper at Wegmans than you can at their brewery. That's how bad they hit them for if they want to buy it and put it on their shelves. That's how hard, they're only buying it
only if you can get it to me at this price.
Yeah. And their markup, it's $1 less than at the brewery. Now, I mean, it's not gonna be as fresh, obviously, but it's crazy. So, it's kind of, I mean, it's pretty simple concept, right? The most dollars per ounce you're going to get is straight from your tap, right from your taps into the consumer's belly.
But I mean, the last couple of years that I was able to attend, it was a party, man. We had a good time. There was a lot of people there. The food was awesome. It was funny. So, I just said goodnight to Maddie, right? My oldest daughter. And she goes, Dad, what are you doing? You're supposed to be podcasting. And I'm like, oh, I still got 5 minutes. It's cool. And she goes, who are you talking to? What are you guys going to talk about? And I said, I'm talking to Riley's dad, and we're talking about the beer release. I said, you remember we went to the beer release there and Riley was there? And she goes, yeah. She goes, wait, there was a horse race on. And shit, now I'm not going to remember it. Steve, what's your daughter's name? Lila.
Lila.
She goes, and Lila was there. And I go, yeah, exactly. It's crazy how her memory is.
What horse race was on?
It was the Kentucky
It was
Derby.
the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Ah,
You were probably trashed by that point.
no,
Yeah.
settle down.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
We were like 5 hours in.
Nobody was
Yeah,
talking
right?
to you.
But I thought that was hilarious that Maddie remembered that and had such like a vivid memory. Because like wasn't there like giant tic-tac-toe
Connect Four.
Yep.
Connect Four? Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean it's
It was
it's
a good
just
time.
time.
We
Very
were there for their
family-friendly.
anniversary party, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
But like this is the first time we've released like during good weather. Like every other year it's been like late winter. So, you know, it's looking like the rain's going to hold off until Saturday night. I've been like checking every single forecast out there. Today they're pretty much all agreeing that, you know, storms aren't rolling through until probably around when they're closing. So, you know, the afternoon, early evening, hopefully it's nice out. They built a nice deck on the side of the brewery. So if you didn't come out the last year or two, that's a brand new feature. Lots of outdoor seating, and just the overall outdoor space there. You know, plenty of room for kids to run around.
Yeah, you can bring chairs and sit in the grass like it's a party.
What do we got? We got Sixers at 1, Phil's at 4, I think.
Yes,
Can just hang out all day.
Yeah, plenty of TVs.
absolutely.
I kind of feel like Tom told us last time we talked to him that when that outside deck area was done, that it was going to be more square footage than the inside seating. Maybe does that sound right?
It might be. It's it's big.
I could see that.
Oh, dude, let me see the glass. Let me
What
see the
glass?
glass, Mr. Steve. You got
This
the
Oh, we got it.
shit.
Oh,
Did you make it
wow.
down there?
Look at that beautiful.
Is this your glass?
Is it?
No, your glass is behind me.
Oh man.
He
Thank-
drank out of yours and kept his.
So here's what happened. So I really wasn't sure if I was going to make it down there that day, but then I dropped Haley off at her thing, and I was like, all right, I got time. I'll make it down there. So I said, let me check and make sure they have it before I go all the way down there. So I went in and I actually put it in my cart to make sure that they still had it.
Yeah.
And it was there, so I go down. I have a beer. I'm like, hey, you guys still have those glasses, right? I don't want you to be down to your last one, and I don't get it because I'm sitting here drinking beer. And he said, yeah, you know what you should do is order it online, and then it pulls it from the stock, and everything's cool. So I say, okay. So I grab Nathan's, and I grab yours,
Oh,
and I
nice.
grab some beers to go, and I check out. No problem. I throw my beer in the car. I do my stuff. I come home. I open up the thing, and I got 2 Ferrari glasses and 1 Aston Martin.
Oh,
I wasn't gonna get one. I was like, I got enough glasses.
yeah.
But because I put the one in the checkout to make sure it was still there, it was still in my
yep.
cart. So I have one. You have one. I got Nathan's in there. I'm gonna give Nathan's to your brother, and we're gonna
Hopefully
hook it
that
up.
glass doesn't
waiting to
break
see how
down
long it would
after
take you
that
to-
beer.
I was waiting to see how long it would take you to see that I was drinking from it.
Yeah. Not long.
You don't see many glasses that have like the full color wrap on them like that either.
No.
It caught my eye too.
It's a really nice glass.
It is.
I love that they are all in on F1.
And I'll tell you, I'm not like a big car guy, but when it comes to those high-end cars, I like me a Ferrari.
Steve, I think you're going to be like out of the screen soon. You've like been shrinking.
I
lower
know,
and
dude.
lower.
I'm trying to get comfortable, man. I was out in the yard all day. My back is burning.
Slowly getting further and further away. What are you doing? Yard
Yeah.
work?
Yes.
Yard work.
There you go. There he goes.
How's
Well,
that?
hey, I'll tell you about my beer while I'm drinking it before I finish it. It's delicious, and I feel like it doesn't have the traditional. Maybe because it's an American IPA, I feel like those aren't like quite as orange and quite as hazy. This one was like a little bit more golden than orange, I would say. Still hazy, but delicious. I don't know. Just It's so crazy, man, because like I'll drink a bunch of local beers down here, and then I am lucky enough to still get a hold of good stuff from you guys, and I'm just like, holy crap, you know what I mean? And it never did that to me in Downingtown. You know what I mean? We had so much good quality stuff that even having local stuff like would at least compare, and it kind of just doesn't do the same down here.
Mm. Well, the U.S. mail is happy to help.
But I will say that my favorite down here is probably Civil Society, which I think I brought some up last time I visited, but I definitely got to put together a box and ship up to you guys.
That brewery is so cool.
It's a very cool place, isn't it?
Yeah, that was like, yeah. I mean, if the weather's right, you know, it opens wide open, you know, and the outdoor seating, and it was a cool vibe. I really did, you know, it was a cool little downtown area too.
Yeah, that little area is just such a cool place. Both of you Steves need to work on getting down here.
Oh, I
I'll
concur.
do it. I don't disagree with that.
I mean, I definitely think we should talk about family trips, but I also think it'd be really fun to do one of these times, and Fish is invited also,
No.
but we should try to do like a guys weekend. I think that would be insane and
Are
probably
you kicking your family out?
Well,
I mean, I can.
after what Sean told me, he paid to fly down there, I would do that.
what did you say? What he paid to fly down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it can be
Do
done
that.
for cheap.
Yeah.
I think I probably have told you guys before, but right when I was getting ready to do the move, or right after, I forget, but I kept hearing these commercials that there's an airline that flies out of Wilmington, which from like Downingtown is actually closer than going to Philly.
Yeah.
It's like 5 or 10 minutes closer than that airport. Now they only fly on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
That's what I'm coming down on in a few weeks. So
It's $50 or something crazy.
$50?
If you got a
no,
backpack,
seriously, like if you
Yeah.
if you like don't have to do, like if you don't care about picking your seat, you're probably gonna have to bring something, right? So I think it's like $40 to either check or carry on a bag. So it's either or. It's $40. But I think it cost me $100 and some bucks for a one way to pick my seat and to check a bag or carry on a bag.
You only paid for one way, you're not coming back.
No, I have to. I wasn't gonna, because I'm coming down on Saturday for the Miami Grand Prix weekend. So I'm flying in Saturday morning. We're gonna do, quali, the race, and then I was like, I mean, not that I don't want to stay, but there was no reason for me to stay till Wednesday to wait for a Velo to fly me back. So I'm going Frontier home, and Sarah's is gonna pick me up in Philly.
Oh, nice.
yeah, Frontier's pretty freaking cheap, especially if it's not like a weekend day. It's pretty.
Yeah, it was
cheap.
pretty similar in pricing, honestly.
Yeah. He said Brett says Sean's a Florida man now.
Yeah,
Down here,
He wants to be your first mate.
dude, I am so pumped for this race. I just think the whole event is going to be bananas.
Who's racing?
Who's right? All of them,
All of them,
everyone.
dude. So
Yes.
did you guys see? Did you guys see the picture? I'm sure you did, but I posted those pictures of that Red Bull car, like the half a Red Bull car.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was kind of neat. I
Whoop.
started getting these ads on my phone that there's like a challenge to it's like a pit stop challenge or whatever you want to call it. So like everybody there is like decked out in Red Bull gear. It's obviously like a Max Verstappen replica. And what's funny is in the ad I saw just a little side note, because I'm like extra I pay extra attention or whatever you want to call it,
Right.
but like I'm looking on my phone or looking at the ad, and I noticed that it said 33 on the car. And I was like, man, these suckers, man, they've got like old numbers on there, like whatever. And I got there and it did have the fresh number on it, number 1. So I was like, I guess they are like at least trying. But the guy was like, all right, listen, all you got to do is like sign this waiver on your phone, and then you get 3 chances if you can swap out the tire. So I had with the drill gun, and it was just one big nut. I didn't have to do like 6 like NASCAR. It is just the one big nut, you know? So I'm getting a kick out of that one.
Sounds like a good
So-
beer name.
So I had to
Well.
back it out, pull the tire off, and then grab the tire next to me that's on the rack, put it on, and then push it back in with the gun or whatever. And I got 3 chances, and 2 of them were 10 seconds, and 1 of them was 9.5 seconds. So I really didn't get any better. But if you got it under 6 seconds, they gave you a free Red Bull hat, which I was like super excited for. I was like, I can do this. I'm gonna get Sean a new hat.
Wait, 6 seconds? They don't make hats to fit him.
No, yeah, they don't.
I did have that thought. But
Get 2 of them, we can sell them together.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, it was a lot harder than I thought. So it didn't work out. And then but they give you a free Red Bull, which is kind of cool. It was like the people were nice. But I think there's one tomorrow. There's another one tomorrow at a different Walmart. They just like set up in the parking lot for 4 or 5 hours. So I
I was
might
going to ask you where that was.
Yeah.
Is it like a mobile trailer?
Yeah, it's kind of like this whole mobile setup, and they've just been doing like a Walmart tour all over Florida. So
They trying to convert the NASCAR crowd.
maybe
They're out there with the new Bud Light cans.
Dude, all I can think of is, Ricky Bobby and whatever the hell his name was. Why am I drawing a blank?
Ricky Bobby.
What the hell was his name? John.
John. Oh, what the hell was his name?
Ooh, Borat.
Yeah, Jean-Luc
No,
John or
his real
something like that.
Yeah, John Leclerc
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be at the other Walmart at 2:30 tomorrow, so I might try to go do it again.
Well, the Walmarts down there are just special.
Yeah, dude.
They got to
I'm
hit
telling
different.
you, they do hit different. There's not one person. I think I'm the only person in the history of Florida that's returned a cart to the cart carousel. They just don't do it here. It's
The Wild
insane.
Wild West. They're like, them boys gonna earn their money.
Dude, yeah, like I almost pull into parking spots that have a cart in it instead. You know what I mean? Like they're everywhere. It's crazy.
Well, you're a good man. You're starting a new trend.
What's that?
Putting your cart back.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try. So I was wearing a different shirt earlier, but it had an American flag on the back. And Robin's like, man, you're really taking this Florida thing seriously. Like you're going all in. And I'm just like, it's a fishing shirt. Like, I don't know. It's, doesn't really mean anything, but
I mean, you lived in America before you moved down there. I think it's okay.
That's true.
It's just once your accent changes, like America means something different. You know what I mean?
I mess with Taylor all the time because Taylor's obviously like I don't know, whatever. He definitely leans one way real hard. So I just always call him, and when I do, I just tell him some like very opposite shit on the phone, just whatever. Like I go way the other way and just try to make him think that I'm
Yeah. You're like, DeSantis is the man.
it just
I had him over for dinner last night.
all kinds of crazy stuff like that.
Shots
Stars and
fired.
bars, baby.
Come on, man. You can't be like that, man.
I don't know why that's the first time I've heard that. Stars and bars.
Stars and
That sounds
bars?
so much better than Stars and Stripes.
I'm sure
Yeah,
there's a
Stars and
country
Bars,
song
baby.
called Stars and Bars out there.
I know, right?
Don't probably know.
Where is Taylor? I know it's the holiday. Is he not able to come on during the holiday?
Maybe. I think he knew about it. I could have swore we talked about it a couple days ago. I don't know what he's doing. I know he finished Mandalorian because he I think he like texts me after he watches like any season finale.
No spoilers, but they all died.
Yeah. I'm gonna text him. You should be in the chat right now.
I can't feel my face.
But it's not that kind of holiday, Steve. It's not Scarface's birthday.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
What day is that? What day would that celebration be?
I don't know. I don't run in those.
I'm thinking of like the first thing that popped into my head was that Mario, like the March 10. It spells Mario, so I was like, how do you spell cocaine with and I can't do it.
I'll have to think about that one.
March. Oh, the
Sixers,
abbreviation.
51, Brooklyn 42 for those waiting for the score updates.
What is it?
53-42. Good guys. Minute 50 left in the first half.
Yo, so the other day I put the Sixers on. I watched the end of the Sixers game, and I haven't really watched much Sixers like really at all in like the Joel Embiid era. Like maybe 30 minutes of total basketball.
Boy, John.
And then the game ended, and I was like, well, there's got to be something else on, right? And I swear, like, I looked at my phone, and I was like, oh, the Lakers and somebody else start soon, or they're playing tomorrow, or I forget what it was. And I realized that I don't think I've watched 1 minute. This is going to be crazy, so brace yourself. I don't think I've watched 1 minute of LeBron James play basketball.
It was
1 minute?
Ever?
Like, if it wasn't on SportsCenter or like a clip on Facebook, I don't think I've watched LeBron James play basketball, which is the craziest shit I've probably ever said in my life.
So that's crazy, but I'm actually a little more alarmed that you said you haven't watched much of the Joel Embiid era.
Well, I'm just saying, like, since he's been here, same thing. Like, I've watched stuff on like replays and stuff online, but like I'm not a huge Sixers fan. Like, you know, I'm obviously a Philly fan, so like I'm kind of Sixers and a Flyers and, you know, Phillies and whatever, but biggest one being Eagles. But like I just, you know, I haven't watched that much live basketball. I would say it's obviously Eagles first for me. I've watched the Phillies, but mostly postseason. Even when I was down here this past season, like we had the Phillies on every time outside, like just awesome. But I just
sounds like a very Florida thing to say, John.
I realized it. I was just like, I don't know that. Like, I was like, I'm gonna put this on, and then I was like, I don't know if I've actually ever really sat down and watched LeBron James play a game of basketball. And he's been doing it for like 30 years or something, right?
Something like that. Yeah, he's like 54 now.
Yeah, it's
I saw him. Yeah, I saw him play in high school at the Palestra.
Wait, he's not older than Tom Brady. That you're just kidding, right?
No, he's not.
He's the same age as me.
Like, wait,
he's a year,
37.
he's a year older than you, John.
It's just he's been playing basketball for 19 seasons.
Yeah.
At a ridiculous high level.
Yeah. And like hardly misses games.
Well, lately he has, but he's 37 years old and has been playing into the playoffs his whole life.
Here we go. I want to see the reaction to this beer.
I've had it.
Which one is it?
You've had it. It's like drinking a marshmallow with hops.
Yeah, I was saving this for a share. I had a share this past weekend. Handful of guys came over, and it's so funny, man. Like you break out a treehouse and just nobody fucking gets it. But I'm like trying to like, they're like, oh, where's this from? And I'm like, Massachusetts, and they're like, oh, I've never heard of them. And I'm like, yeah, they're popular. And he's like, did they sell down here? Like, where'd you get it? And I was like, oh, you can only get it at the brewery. And I don't know. It's so weird to like have those conversations with people because like almost anybody that you would like talk to at a brewery or something like that in Pennsylvania would just be like, oh yeah, of course I've heard of them. It's just so different.
Well, it's drivable.
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
You know what I mean? So more people, even though it is brewery only, you know, it's easier to get.
It smells so sweet. You don't get really like, you don't really get much hops. And you almost, I don't know if it's, I swear the marshmallow's like almost toasty in like the nose. Like you get this, cool. You get some marshmallow, but like.
That might almost make it tolerable.
Taylor has joined the chat aggressively.
Oh, aggressively?
It's coming full force.
There's that guy. Holidays.
Thank you so much, Mr. Green.
Might be.
Might be.
I need a back break.
I've had a bag of swag in my garage for like the last 3 houses that I've never broken into. I'm always like, oh, I'm
Bag
gonna
of
hopefully,
swag.
like, yeah.
Where does one get swag these days?
I don't know. I mean, that was, you know, it wasn't even 2010s yet, probably.
Oh my gosh, you should probably just
I'm
throw that away.
Pretty sure if I touched it, it would just disintegrate.
Yeah, you just get made fun of. Bring that to a share. See how it goes.
Yeah. Oh man, what we did, what did we get into? Cracked a few stouts, a couple lambics. There was some delicious beers from Angry Chair, just does like fantastic stouts.
Yeah,
This
big,
one buddy
chewy
that I
one.
have down here, yeah, for sure. And that's the way that I like them.
Me
Big and
too.
thick and chewy.
Mhm.
But yeah, the one guy that I hang out with down here, he just doesn't do IPAs, so it's like really hard. Like we would always just share hops all the time, and for whatever reason, he's just not into it. So anytime he comes over or we hang out to drink beers, we're always going straight stouts and sours and stuff like that.
It is so weird
You know-
in Florida to have that be your bread and butter.
Yeah, and you know what else he does that cracks me up? It's like his go-to move, and I always forget about it. But he cuvées stuff all the time. So like we'll go to I think I was telling you, Sean, like you go to Francesca's, there's this this pizza spot down the street, and he's trying to get like a good beer menu. So he's got Bourbon County on tap, and like he's got some other stuff, but he'll straight up like go to a bar and not even care and be like, I want half of this bourbon stout and I want half of this like pastry stout, and mix them together. And he does it all the time. And especially when we're doing shares, he'll just be like, I bet you this would be good. And he always does it. And I don't know, it's just it's always his move, and it always surprises me for some reason, but it cracks me up.
It sounds
And he's
fun.
usually pretty spot on with like the percentages.
I would like that.
Excuse me, folks. I got to sign a permission slip here.
Oh,
Nice.
where are they going?
What kind of princess pen do I have to use here? What's happening here?
I don't know, but I feel like you might be able to like
waffle banger.
spell with that thing.
Finally drinking it, Steve.
Nice.
Yo, did you guys hear about the Harry Potter series?
I did.
Beer series?
Beer series? No, like
Someone was bitching they're just like redoing it as a series, though.
so HBO supposedly, and it's like I don't even think they've got a cast yet. I don't even know if there's a script, but HBO bought the rights, or however they do it in the movie TV making world, where they bought the rights to make a Harry Potter series, and supposedly they're going to do an entire season for each book. So the whole book is going to take up an entire season instead of it just being like a 2-hour movie. It could potentially be 7-8 hours of content with a whole new cast and whatever. I mean, obviously it'd be a new cast because half of them are dead.
I wonder if it'll be
Same
like more
story?
adult oriented, because like obviously the Harry Potter heads are a little older now.
That'd be dope, especially because it's HBO. Like,
Make
you
it
know?
like Game of Thrones, but for Harry Potter.
I mean, it could be darker, absolutely.
Until Avery tunes in and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hermione tits and Harry dick. That would be. That would be. I don't know. I think that would be terrible because I don't. I didn't obviously. I mean, I barely can read the comments. Like, I definitely don't read books, but you know, I can't imagine that there's sex scenes in Harry Potter. So if they did take it that way, it would just be unnecessarily dark and disgusting.
Yes.
If it's on HBO, it's like compulsory.
Yeah, but I mean, is it even fair though? Because I feel like, you know, a wizard could just be like Engorgio or whatever, make her 6 times bigger and whatever. You know what I mean? I just don't know if it's the same.
Oh, Giorgio.
Expelliarmus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best, man. I want that to be a real magic spell. Nice wand. That's what she said.
Oh. But
That
yeah,
is
I don't know.
terrific.
But I thought that was interesting, and I thought your family might get a kick out of that because I was just telling Robin about it, I think yesterday. Just heard about it. I think they just released the news, but like there's really no news other than like they released like this teaser trailer, but it's like floating candles and that's it with an HBO logo.
Did it make it to TikTok? Because Avery would know about it if it did.
Probably.
I can ask him.
I'm pretty sure people were making TikToks like, what is this? What's going on?
That's all TikTok is, right?
I'm worried about China.
Yeah.
I feel like shows get announced like 7 years ahead of time now. It used to be like, hey, this new show's coming out in a month. You're like, cool. And now it's like, hey, this new show's coming out in 2028. Like,
yeah.
Oh.
Well, the old shows were like cardboard walls. And, you'd see the same living room in the Cosby Show, and then you'd see it later in a different show. Now these guys are making like movies.
Taylor brought up Mando in the chat. Did have any of you guys watched the new season?
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
I'm through.
I just finished it. Did you finish it, Mr. Steve?
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
The season or the finale?
The finale, because I started the season.
I thought the finale was very good. Was very good. The season was.
I'm gonna get through
it was
this.
Fine. It wasn't the best.
And then it was good. I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I don't know where I was going with that. I had a very specific point that had to tie into Harry Potter and.
Don't go too far because I know Fish hasn't seen the finale yet.
Yeah, no. I'm not. No spoilers. Not Taylor.
I haven't even seen the third season yet. I'm bad.
Oh, but you're talking about cardboard. Whatever. If you haven't watched it, the behind the scenes on The Mandalorian is pretty fantastic. Seeing how they shoot everything with that. What do they call that stage?
It's like a super green screen stage, isn't it?
It's not even a green screen. Like it's like an entire screen.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. I think they said something at the beginning like Mando's armor is 100% reflective. It's like all silver or whatever. So like green screen would be too much work. So they actually have the entire, you have to watch it, but the entire background is a screen, and they're using that Unreal Engine that they use for video games. So like when they move the camera and stuff like that, the background changes with it to like the right angles and depth. So like they kind of put a 3D video game level, whatever you want to call it, behind him, for a backdrop or whatever. And I don't know. It's just wild. It's crazy technology. So watch that if you get it. It's really cool. But yeah, I thought that was good. And I don't know. I guess they just had that Star Wars celebration. So there's a whole bunch of other stuff they announced. So there's a lot of exciting things. Supposedly they're going to make a movie that ties in Ahsoka and Mando and something else.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a series. Now I'm hearing a movie.
They announced like 83 movies or something.
Daisy's coming back. We'll see. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of, I had the thought that with Jon Favreau and everything behind it, if they do a good job with all of these shows and movies like they did with the MCU, and they bring it all together for this fantastic, end game finale, it would be sick if they could pull that off. Something where they build all these characters and storylines and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden it comes into whatever it is, you know what I mean? But like a Star Wars version of Endgame would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I'm late to the Marvel game, so I'm just learning all that stuff kind of on the fly.
Yeah. Marvel is awesome. I just love that whole thing. It's one of those Endgame for sure, because it's like 3.5 hours long, is one of those movies I put on to fall asleep to. And I usually wake up in the middle of the night and watch like half of it and then go back to sleep. But
yeah, because it's still on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they just did such a good job with those. And lately it's been Game of Thrones. We put Game of Thrones on and just let it play all night while we're sleeping. And I'll end up waking up and watching it. And I love that show, but Rob and I are like, eventually we're going to get sick of putting this on and we're going to have to find something else, even though there's 80 episodes.
You can't go wrong with like just throwing The Office on or Seinfeld or something.
Yeah, I said that. I said let's put on Seinfeld. She was like, absolutely not.
She doesn't like Seinfeld?
I think she appreciates it, but it's like I don't know. I just don't think she is into it. Probably like most of us.
A little disappointed.
I like this beer.
Oh,
It is.
nice.
Sweet. It does have marshmallow, but I feel like the hops and maybe it's got some age that's helping it. But it's
How
like
old is it?
It's not that old. Honestly, they're actually still selling it down at the Kennett Square tap room. I just saw it today. I was like, holy shit, it's still down there.
March 1st is probably the freshest beer I've ever had in my fridge.
Down there.
For real.
And down there, in Florida Lane.
I just bought vitamin C. I walked into a beer store and they had vitamin C on the shelf.
Nuh-uh.
I swear to God.
Wow.
I'll
That's
show it to
awesome.
you. Yeah, it's fantastic. So I bought a 4-pack of it, and guess what? It's like brewed in
January
December.
8th.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What color
Any
was it?
good?
It's not terrible, but
No.
it has that like sweet malty,
Yeah.
you know,
Sitting on the shelf too long.
sitting too long, but you know,
Yeah.
it's not the worst.
What's going on over here?
Yeah, I love that Taylor actually texted me like, "Oh shit, I got high as fuck and forgot."
No?
Get right out of town.
You tell Fisher to shush it.
No way.
Oh my God, Seinfeld is dumb. Really?
Get the fuck out of here.
It's an amazing show.
They're saying we should watch Seinfeld at night. She's like, no.
What about The
Robin.
Office?
It's still,
Or The Office. She said 4 super annoying voices to sleep to. No thanks.
Okay, so you know what I started watching again recently was Scrubs.
That's
Oh,
a good one.
I liked that. I've always liked that show.
It's really funny early. I don't remember like the early, like just out of med school episodes. It was kind of really like edgy early. They must have gotten
Yeah, I
yelled
feel
at,
like
like settle down.
I feel like I always watched it early. I never really watched it. I never watched anything like I never watched The Office without Michael Scott. Like, I don't know. I just never get like deep into shows like that.
Well, you're not missing anything. I stopped watching it. I watched it all the way through, but no. If it's after Michael seasons, I don't watch
There were
it.
some decent ones after Michael.
Some. Smart girl.
still
What's that,
boggles
a
my
TV
mind
show?
that you just turn on the TV at bedtime and it's just on. Like
What
4
do
in
you
the
mean?
morning, you wake up and the TV.
It's like, oh, let me watch some TV.
I just
Yeah,
can't.
'cause-
that,
When you wake up in the middle of the night and you pee or whatever, and then you go back to bed and then it's just silent, like that's crazy.
we
What?
gotta see. We do the fan. We got a fan going constantly.
Yeah.
I mean,
can't-
like a nice lasso fan. What are they called? Lasco.
Lasco, yeah. That's,
Hey, Robin.
they're okay.
Hi, Robin.
Hey, everybody says hi, babe. The she said, "Hey, we've got a
Laundry room.
but I don't have like a noisy one. I got a noisy one. I've got a noisy one. I think I have that Lasco fan in the spare bedroom. There's like a fan.
Oh
in there.
shit! Are you in your bedroom?
Me? No.
No, you're at the island, right?
I'm at the kids table.
Okay. I'm trying to like figure out exactly where you're at right
Kids
now.
table?
My
I
bedroom's
picture like
here,
this little table.
Okay,
and
okay.
we're looking
Oh,
at it.
all right. I got you.
kitchen's there.
Couch is behind you.
Yeah.
Got you.
I hear a kids' table.
Yeah.
I think it's like Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Right.
no, like we have this like dining room table in like a dining room area, but we don't ever use it, so it's really just for the kids. Like it's almost like their craft table. They just like sit here to color and do Play-Doh and whatever, scribble scrubbies, whatever the heck they do.
What's a scribble scrubby?
What's a scribble scrubby?
Yeah.
Man,
It's a mess, is what it is.
it's like a toy that's like completely bleached white, and then they give you like markers. So like you get like a horse or a pony or a
Oh.
unicorn or whatever, and you
All right.
fucking
I have seen them. I
draw
just didn't
on
know
it.
what they were called.
and then you just like clean it off and start over.
And the markers get everywhere.
Yes.
So they have like tubs of like water you put them in, and then it just creates this like pool of dyed water that you don't want to spill or it'll freaking dye everything.
Did you guys ever watch Smart Girl? Does anybody know what that is?
Is that a real show?
He was saying Robin was a smart girl
Robin
for not wanting to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a TV show.
Yeah.
Two Broke Girls, maybe was what I was thinking. I don't know.
Or New Girl.
New Girl.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking.
My sister loves that show. It's pretty damn funny, but I never got into it. But we watched it when we were up visiting her. She watched it all the time.
You know what drives me crazy about that show is that girl pretends she's not cute.
Zoe?
Yeah.
Zoe Deschanel.
It's like, oh, I'm just this. Like, stop the madness.
Yeah.
How does she pull that off though in like everything she does?
Exactly. I'm tired of it. Stop.
Because she talks so monotone.
But she's
Except
also the best singer, like singer actress, maybe. Like, wasn't she in a band? I don't know.
That chick on Ted Lasso can sing.
Oh, that's
yes,
true.
Ken.
I just saw her this morning when I woke up this morning, and Game of Thrones was on, and she walked in. You know she's in that?
Oh my God, is she Brienne of Toth?
No.
How is she?
She's the
She's giant in Ted Lasso. She's a huge lady.
I know. She's tall, but you know the what do you call it when they're in the high septons the area, and there's that girl that goes shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's whatever. That's the girl
Boss
from
lady.
Boss lady, yeah.
I haven't seen season 3 of that yet either. I was very late to the party.
Did it finish already?
I don't know.
That's cool.
Kelly and I were very
Still going
late
on.
to it. We just started it maybe a month and a half ago.
Yeah, I think I watched maybe like 3 or 3 or 4 episodes of it. But I love Ted Lasso.
Septa Unel was her Game of Thrones character.
Okay.
Whoa, say that again?
Septa Unella?
But what's her name in Ted Lasso?
I've never seen Game of
Rebecca.
Thrones, so I'm just
Rebecca?
she's Rebecca on Ted Lasso.
Okay, yeah, that's what
Rebecca.
it is.
Ted Lasso is one of my favorite shows on right now.
New Girl's great, but she's the worst part of the show. That's oh, that's good.
What is that picture of him? Highlight his thing again so I can make fun of this picture.
Oh, I think it's one of the AI pictures.
That's what I was gonna say. It looks like he
Did you
went
ever
into
get that
ChatGPT and was like, "Can
the
you make
AI
me look
thing?
cool and have a green background?"
Did you ever do
Yeah.
that, Mr. Steve? When everybody else was
What?
doing it? The
No,
whole
no.
the whole AI thing. You like upload or connect your Facebook, or you upload like 5 pictures. I forget what it was. But and then it like kicks you back like 100 pictures of like all these different things. I posted, I don't know, like 50 pictures or something like that a while ago. But they make you look like you're like a Viking, and then they make you look like you're in some like future tech world. I think my Instagram is one of the Viking ones. Some like shirtless Viking with like a crazy beard, but it kind of looks like me. And I'm like, yeah, I like that.
You're worried about TikTok, China stealing your information.
I know. That's the thing, right? Every one of those like new trends that comes out where it's like, oh, upload your picture and you know,
Social
we make
security number and we'll give you some pictures.
yeah.
Like,
Like, oh, sure. Let me go ahead and do that. And now, you know, Russia and China can both completely like pick us out of a crowd with CCTV or something.
right. I mean, I think they know what goes on in Florida. They don't need to spy on you.
It's getting wild down here, dude. Everything going on, but I don't know. It's the weather is the shit. I gotta say that.
I can only imagine. Hey, buddy.
It's just nice every fucking day.
It's been so disappointing since I came home. Like it was like so nice down there. I come home and it's just like we've gotten like 2 80-degree days, and like they immediately were followed by like a deep freeze the next day.
I wish
Yeah,
he was kidding, but we legit got freeze warnings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I believe it.
seriously.
I mean, we get weird stuff too, I'm sure, like hurricanes and whatever. I haven't actually participated or encountered it at all, but
So how about
it's,
those Sharknadoes? Are they real down there?
I don't know. I hope so.
You hope so?
Dude, like we were so we went out boating, and we had some friends that were boating, and we met up at the same spot, and we were like hanging out and talking, and they were like, oh dude, like earlier today we were like posted up at this spot, and this like shark just swam right up to us and like swam away, and I was like, okay, I'm getting back on the boat.
Yeah, right.
I'm not cool with that.
There's sharks where we were boating when I was down there.
Supposedly.
Holy shit.
Maybe I don't know for sure where we were. We were somewhere else, but one of those like party cove areas.
Oh, fuck that. Because you gotta like push your boat back out. Like I'm like, no, I'm not pushing it back out. You push it back out.
Sean's like, I'll steer.
Poor Sean, man. I put him through it.
Yeah.
We did
I got
rental.
indoctrinated real quick, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We did a boat rental, and I'm like, I'm like the only one that's like got any like experience, I guess, right? So I'm like, I have to be in the chair to like operate the engine and stuff, right? So I'm doing that, and I'm like, all right, Sean, here's what you're gonna do: push us back, and then hop on the boat. And he pushes.
He's
us back.
so graceful.
Yeah, and
I got on fine.
He got on fine, and then I can't get the boat to start, and the boat won't turn on, and I'm like, shit, I think it's dead. I was like, Sean, quick, jump off, and hold the line so like we don't just like float away into the middle of the Atlantic or something.
Be our anchor.
Yeah. So
I jumped
Sean
off.
pretty much dives off of the thing, and just saves us all, and he's like just tripping over himself in the ocean and like, in the water, like trying to like jump off of the boat quickly and hold on to us at the same time. And it turns out that like I just didn't have the boat in neutral. So like I left it in like drive slightly to like pull up onto the beach, and I left it there and turned the engine off, and then the engine won't start when you're in gear. So I just like made him jump on, jump off, save us, and then was like, oh, sorry, I'm just an idiot. And I was like, the battery's dead. Quick, jump off.
I just turn around. Everyone's like, jump off. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm sure you love that.
I'm like chest deep in water at this point, trying to freaking hold on to the boat.
Like he
sure
jumped on, he pushed us back and jumped on the boat, and we were a good, 10, 20 seconds like away from the, from the beach. And then he jumps off, barely above water. Yeah. Oh, it was awesome.
I've thought about that often since then. I'm like, what if it was too deep? Like, I would have had to have like
the boat would have
my way around to the back of the boat to get on that ladder.
Yeah. What a mess. I hope that we have it down to a science now. So next time will be much better.
Yeah, you bought a boat like 3 days after we left. So
so that's why we got to do like a guys weekend, man. I think it'd be so much fun to like, dude, let's do a floating beer share. Who's done that? Probably not that many people. That's like the Mile High Club.
Yeah, right?
No,
I don't know if I'm interested in that in a guys weekend, guys.
Yeah. Let's not maybe
Florida changed you, John.
All right, Mr. Steve, we got to hear your story before we forget.
Is this audio not on? Can you hear us, Mr. Steve?
Yeah, I'm back. My internet down here has been crappy.
Are you in Florida too?
Mine, trust me.
It feels like it.
Nathan is in for a guys weekend. I can't wait to hear about Brett's anchor skills. Mr. Steve, everybody's been to Florida but you guys. When is this going to happen?
I have no idea.
We got to schedule it.
I think if we don't make it down there in the next week, it's not going to happen until like September, because I ain't going down there in like July.
It gets hot.
F you all down there.
I'll be halfway down there at the end of July. But
Will
only
you?
halfway. Yeah, I'll be in
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yeah, that shit. You should just come the rest of the way.
And then, well, I might be then going to Georgia.
That's close.
I'm getting
It's
closer.
closer.
That's where my sister's at now. She's in Georgia.
I'm going to Nashville this weekend.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's going to be terrible.
For work?
I'm going for work, but when work ends, it's not a
Joel's
bad
hurt.
place to be.
Yeah, that's why you said it's going to be terrible. It's not going to be terrible.
It's going to be fantastic.
Of course it is.
Did you know that Nashville is second to Vegas for bachelorette parties?
I did.
I
I thought it was
believe it.
number one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right.
You go to Nashville, it's just vehicles driving down the Broadway or whatever they call it, just
Broadway.
full of freaking chicks like in hot tubs and shit. It's crazy.
Right? Those like pedal bars.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that works, but they sit there and the vehicle goes like 5 miles an hour and everybody's pedaling on it with their feet, but drinking beer. Like there's like a full service bar, but you have to pedal the whole time. I don't know how that works. Do you like cover your bar tab with like pedals? No.
I'm not interested in that.
It's
All
got to
right.
be great down there now. You get like they pay you $5 for each Bud Light you drink. They're just trying to move product.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, sure.
All right, Mr. Steve, we got to hear. Oh, wait, hold on a second. John, did you know you are missing the craft beer conference by a week in Nashville? CBC is in Nashville?
Shit, we gotta go.
I can't stay. Brett's coming. Brett, Laura, and Jack are coming. I'd stay a little
There's
bit
just like a
longer.
hotel down there.
It's pretty much been that way, but I love it. Like whether or not it's it's been family, Taylor and Jackie, Brett, Laura, Sean and Sarah, Nathan and Desiree, like I don't know, just everybody but you two fuckers haven't come.
That's. Are you including my kids in that, fuckers?
Yeah.
You four
Thanks, Sarah.
fuckers. No, there. I will tell you, having been there is plenty of room. You don't feel like you're intruding upon their space.
Ugh. I like doing that, though.
Like, all right, Steve, if you have to sleep on our bed, I guess we have to do that.
Yeah. Like, I don't lock the
I wanna-
bathroom door, hoping you'll walk in on me.
This is like the fourth reference John has made to like this kind of activities.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with me.
Florida.
Florida's changed them.
That's what Florida does.
Yeah.
Dana's volunteering at CBC in Nashville next week.
Oh, nice.
Man, that'd be sweet. Hey, have you guys ever heard of what's it called? Gunner's Daughter by Mass Landing?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
stout?
Yeah.
Yeah. Had it a
So-
few times.
Yeah, I've had it too, and it's delicious. And then I saw this one at the beer store. And you know what else is weird about Florida is they sell singles or mixed 6-packs all the time.
Huh.
Like even when I go to like the fancy craft beer store, like I can get one vitamin C if I wanted to.
Well,
I
that's cool.
usually don't. I get 4-packs or whatever, but like they let you buy singles. So I did get this in a single, but like I love Gunner's Daughter. I did like a work trip in Maine and some guy like talked me into like, hey, like you got to try this Maine beer. And I drank like 75 of them that weekend when I was there. Anyway, this is like an Imperial from them. And I was like, oh, well, an Imperial should probably be delicious. So that's what I'm going to do. It's pouring kind of
Probably
thin.
delicious. What's in it? Or is it just a stout?
Brewed with caramel, chocolate, and toasted coconut.
Oh,
Oh, it's gonna be a sweetie pie.
Oh, that sounds
You love coconut.
like a little copper tone in my stout.
All right, Mr. Steve, how old did you turn on your most recent birthday?
The big 47. I'm closer to
47.
50 than I am to 45.
That's crazy. I'm 3'7".
Very crazy. It's very crazy. I might retire soon. Probably not, but
That's wild. Well, dude, so tell us about your birthday weekend because I want to hear about Poor Man's and whatever else you did.
so the family was like, we want to bring you brewery hopping for your birthday.
That's nice.
So the first thing I'm thinking is, this is going to be horrible. Like, you people are just going to be sitting there watching me drink for a day. Like, this does not sound fun for you people. Like, where's the? And they were like, no. And I was trying to talk them out of it. I was like, and they kept saying, no, we're doing it. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. So, okay. So we started at the, I wanted to try that Stampede Barbecue. I don't know if you've seen anything from them. They're up like a little bit north of Morgantown. It's just a barbecue place.
Yeah, they're like in like the Birdsboro area.
Yeah.
It's before Birdsboro. It's up on the way to Reading, basically.
Okay.
So we go up there, and the weird thing about this place is they make their own beer, but everything they do is by fire. So that's how they boil their beer. That's how they do everything up there. It's all like old fashioned. Yeah.
Over like an open
their tap list. Yeah, I didn't see it. It's just what they say on their website, and I didn't talk to anybody about it. The beer list was light, dark, brown, seasonal. Those were the 4 different beers they had, which was like, okay, what is this? So, and drafts were only $4. Now they were the smaller mugs. I guess they were like the 8-ounce mugs, but they were only $4. So I tried a light, I tried a dark, and I tried the seasonal, which was a Dunkelweiss, I think. And the beer was fine. It wasn't the highlight of the trip. Barbecue was all good. Turkey was good. I got like just a little bit of everything. A little turkey, a little sausage, some brisket, some ribs. We just got like the sampler platter and tried everything. But it's definitely an interesting spot. Like, it's a really cool building. It's got like this big like stone fireplace in there. It's where I wouldn't go crazy out of your way for it, but the food was good. The food was better than the beer.
Interesting. That was the first.
So I wanted to try and hit breweries. What's that?
That was the first stop?
That was our first stop. That was lunch.
Okay.
So then the next scheduled stop was Columbia Brew Works, which we couldn't find, or it was closed or not open. We have no idea what happened there. Couldn't find it in the parking lot. So we said, screw that place. We went to Rural City, which was Brett's suggestion.
Yeah.
Beer was good.
It's like
had a maple brown. Had a maple brown, and I can't remember the other beer we had there. And then the wife and kids and I were playing Scattergories. They had board games and stuff there, so we played Scattergories.
Oh, that's cool.
Kids, had a little fun there. We went to this other brewery that I can't remember the name of, something Forest. Black Forest? Had a couple Belgians there. Everything was pretty decent. And then we ended up at Poor Man's for the last stop, and I had a couple lagers there. Lagers were really good. They're actually attached to a Rita's water ice. So the kids were like right there having their water ice while I was having a couple beers. So we got to hit a couple different breweries. Poor Man's definitely was the highlight from a beer standpoint. And the cool thing about those guys, 4-packs were $10 to $14 for 4-packs.
Wow.
Right. I was like, oh my God, what? Like this was a $12 4-pack. The Kolsch.
Chris?
What's that?
Chris from Beer, Bourbon, and Games.
Did I see him?
No. Is that his name? I think. I feel like I'm so disconnected from the Pennsylvania stuff already, but the guy Chris from Beer, Bourbon, and Games like lives right by there, and that's like his spot. He raves about them.
It was very good. I was impressed with everything that I got there.
That's awesome.
And then we came home, and Sean and Steve might remember the night that we got the hail and like the biblical thunderstorm for like 2 hours. That's what we drove home through.
We drove home from Locust Lane's party at the
Yeah, it
same
was
time
that thing,
during
yeah.
that.
hmm
Yeah, it was
Hail.
wild. The sky was green. It was crazy.
It was biblical kind of storm coming through.
Yo, I wish I had that clip.
Oh my god!
I don't think I do.
This is an MMA fight.
Yeah. I think I just muted stuff. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I hit a
So that
button
was-
to see if I could like get extra sounds or something, and I don't know what I did.
So that was my birthday little brewery tour, hitting some new spots that we hadn't been to before.
That sounds like a
Why is
good
Brooklyn
day.
in the lead? What the hell?
Sixers are playing sloppy.
Yeah, very sloppy.
They're up 2-0.
Yes.
Okay.
But you want a sweep.
Yeah, you want to sweep and sit.
You know, other than F1, I've been really into UFC.
Really?
I don't stay up late enough, but I'll like rewatch it the next day, and it's a lot of fun to watch. What I don't like is when like I swear like one of the ones that I watched I think since I've been in Florida, like everybody broke bones. Like they would kick each other in the legs and their legs break, and I just can't take that.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's gross. I
couldn't do
just
that
can't do
either.
it. Like I feel like my brother Nathan like loves watching weird shit like that. Like he'll be like, oh dude, this guy like bench presses 500 pounds and his pec rips off his chest. Watch this. I'm like, no, I have zero interest in watching that. Like he always tries to get me to watch stuff like that, and I'm just like, no, I'm not interested in watching somebody get injured. Like same thing, like guys like skateboarding and like falling off their board or whatever, or like onto a rail or something. Like I just can't watch stuff when people get hurt.
I can handle the little stuff like that. I don't want to see crooked
Little
legs.
stuff's fine. Like
Yeah.
watching a toddler like swing a wiffle bat into somebody's crotch, like their dad's crotch.
Oh yeah.
Like that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But like anything else is just like, no, I'm not interested in watching somebody break their arm.
I gotta see it like once. I'm like,
Maybe,
I'll see
yeah.
it
I'll
once.
glance at
and
it the first time, and then I'm like,
yeah,
no.
I'm like, oh, I gotta be able to, cringe a little bit.
Shout out Doug.
Doug Ford. I have not seen that man since you left. I think he was at your going away party.
I know.
I have not seen him since then.
Doug's a good guy. Hopefully he'll be there this weekend.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to see him.
That'd be sweet.
Oh.
I remember when I was younger, much younger, before the podcast, maybe the first house. And what's crazy is I got a thing on my phone that was like, was it 8 years ago or 10 years ago? I forget. I think it was 8 years ago. It was a memory of us buying our first house. And it's weird that like in the last like 8 or 10 years that we've been through that house, this house, Delaware, and now Florida.
Was the house I met you in your first house, the one on Hillcrest?
No.
Oh no.
No.
Okay. Wow. So
They
you
live
have-
We
in
lived
the
in the
borough.
borough. We lived in the borough first.
Oh no way.
And
I
then
didn't
moved to
know that.
Hillcrest.
Where at?
Donofrio. It's like right up the street.
Oh, I
from,
know where that is. Yeah.
Yeah, right up the street from your spot. St. Anthony's.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's right up the hill. You just go up a little bit and turn right. You're pretty much on the street. But yeah. So it's just crazy. I don't know. I was like, I saw that memory of like the day that we bought our house that was like 8 or 9 years ago. And I was like, what the hell is our problem? How did we end up here?
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
So this stout is fantastic. I want to check the ABV because it's very smooth. It's not sweet, doesn't feel too heavy. It's 10.5.
Whoa, that's nice.
It's not crazy, but I feel like all of those flavors are super subtle. Everything tastes like a stout on the front end.
Well, that's
It's
good.
just very like it's just like a very nice balanced stout. And then like when it finishes, you're like, oh, okay, I get some caramel. This is coconut. I don't know if I get vanilla more than coconut, but
I enjoyed their beer.
If you're
when we were
lucky, you
up
do.
I guess it's coconut, but I don't know. Definitely caramel, definitely chocolate. But did you guys do the last Kennett Brew Fest, Winterfest, or whatever it was?
Me and Sarah did.
there.
How
I
was
didn't.
It was great. Weather ended up being pretty good. It actually snowed. It was like flurrying for part of it. It was kind of cool, but it wasn't
Wow.
like uncomfortably cold though. We volunteer for pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
Checking IDs and stuff ahead of time, and then we get to go in for free. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Like,
fantastic deal.
yeah, it's like $120 for the two of us to go in if we paid for a ticket, and we get it for free for like 2 hours worth of work. It was good. It was a good time. Dylan was there playing again.
Dude,
Yeah.
do you guys, I'm sure all of you guys follow Dylan on social media, right?
Yeah.
So we watch American Idol like with the family. Like I enjoy watching it. The girls love it. Like we all sit together and watch it as a family. I don't know if I'll ever forgive American Idol for not putting Dylan on TV.
Sarah's commenting from the living room. No, I mean
he
it's
on American Idol.
yeah.
He was on it. He was posting like, I auditioned, I got a golden ticket, I went to Hollywood, I made it to Duets Week,
And he never was on TV.
and they
Oh,
never
wow.
showed him. He
It's
made
crazy.
it
And it
far.
adds a whole other layer to it that like you never knew about. And now I'm like, fuck that. Like, why would I watch that show?
They show shitheads. I mean, it's good TV, but they're like, somebody does it, they're not quite good enough, and they're like, I'm sorry, it's a no for me. I'm sorry, it's a no for me. And then Dylan probably came on and wailed because he got the gold, or he got a golden ticket to move on, and they didn't televise it. And then he got to the next step, and he's like, I made it to the next round, but I'm not going to be on. So we'll, this is what happens. And, just on to the next one. And they never show him. And I'll never forgive them.
No, I mean, it's honestly like you don't realize it because you're just basically at the mercy of what's on television. But like, now that like I know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we were more of like The Voice. We would watch The Voice a lot, but like, I don't know. I mean, we watched American Idol from time to time, and it's kind of lame. They're gonna put some asshole on there that wants to go on and act a fool, but yet someone that actually has the talent doesn't get any TV time.
I just wanted to see him like I did. What was he on? Like America's Got Talent?
Yeah, he killed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely on that one he did.
I told John when he went on America's Got Talent what his problem was. You have to have a dead parent.
Oh
or
yeah,
somebody with like cancer.
Yeah.
Or you have to be homeless. Like you got to have. What's he? He's like, hey, my dad owns a brewery.
Yeah. Oh.
He has a beautiful head of hair.
I feel like they still did that on America's Got Talent. They like tried to put in the storyline of like, he's like, oh, I like really like singing, and Howie Mandel's like, so you probably don't fit in with kids at school that well, huh? He's like, yeah. And they're like, okay, well, show us what you got. And like, I don't know.
They
that
bully
just
me all the time.
Yeah, they probably call you derogatory names, don't they?
Yeah, probably cleaning up in high school.
Yeah, the people on TV, they're okay. They're doing fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's good. But yeah, it does suck that like, he's not whatever he needs to be relevant on TV.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's going to be at Stolen Sun tomorrow, or it's Saturday. Maybe it's this weekend and next weekend.
Willie Nelson?
Yeah. And then I saw that I think it's next weekend he's doing it's like a Willie Nelson tribute or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh,
I don't know when it was, but I saw it too. There's a Willie Nelson tribute or something like that he's doing. It's
But I'm pretty sure it's both weekends in a row he's at Stolen Sun.
yo, did Harden just get ejected?
For what?
It looked like an inadvertent ball tap.
They ejected him?
Like
I'm
a
fairly
basketball
certain he
tap?
got ejected.
Every time I
Tesco
look up,
tap?
it's just the guy bending over.
I'm pretty sure he just got ejected for that.
Wait, is it basketball or testicle?
Basketball.
Okay.
Well,
But no,
he hit a
No,
testicle.
he definitely hit him.
Oh,
in his
he
jaw.
definitely backhanded his balls.
How do you
I don't
get
have it
ejected
on.
for that? It's just an offensive foul. You don't have to eject the man for it.
Yeah, Taylor's got the 4-1-1.
I got the for punching the dude in the dick.
Grab his dick and twist it.
76 to 80. Is that what it is? 76.
Yeah, 82.
Brewers have
Yeah,
76
too.
points.
It's all right. We're fine. No worries.
Phillies just lost. What the hell?
The world's over.
See, I was hoping for a win tonight, so Saturday when we're freaking drinking at this party, we didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, sweep.
You got a whole quarter to go. We're fine.
Yeah.
Embiid's going to come in and be the MVP. Let's go.
I think it's time for Maxey to take over.
He was hot early. He had like 15 in the first quarter.
He's the ball handler now, though.
Yeah.
Yo, Sarah's laugh is hilarious.
What's he laughing at?
What is she laughing at? That's what I was going to ask.
They can hear you.
He's giggling.
Whoa. Sorry, guys.
Whoa, what happened?
See you.
We lost Steve.
Jim.
See you, Steve.
Goodbye.
Jim's on my lap.
Oh, there's a cat. Oh, he's gone. It logged him out.
No, I did that. There
It's
he
a
is.
cat. It's Jim.
Jim.
Jim?
Yes.
Is that James Harden?
No, it's his name's Jim James Jimothy.
Jim James Jimothy.
We fostered a pregnant cat this summer.
Yo, that is not correct.
Craig, it's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. That picture's looking different.
Would you grow a mustache?
Got that haircut short.
It's transracial.
Oh, that's fantastic. Just got an ESPN upset alert now. The stupid Nets are winning.
So wait a second. You purposely fostered a pregnant cat?
Okay, so
Was it black? Were you blackmailed?
nah, man,
What he
like
ended up with.
she showed up. It's pretty wild. Showed up. We put food out. My wife works at a cat hospital, so she has volunteer people that can help us. Except apparently nobody fosters pregnant cats. So when she took it to the vet, they were like, they're coming any day now. And hold on, my battery said it was low. So we brought her in the back of our basement. Less than 48 hours later, there were 6 kittens in our basement.
Oh, shit.
So at one point, we were feeding 10 cats. And we kept that little guy and the mother to go with our other 2. So we have 4 now. Pretty absurd.
That's a lot of cat.
Yeah. But it's fun having a little crackhead running around because that's what kittens are. They are little crackheads.
At least you don't have literal crackheads running around.
I mean,
more entertaining.
maybe they scurry after I go to bed. I don't know, but I don't see them.
Yo, there's this guy that walks around my neighborhood, and he's a white guy. He's got a man bun, like a ponytail, and a little bit of like a goatee, maybe just a mustache. but he walks around with this thick fucking stick. And he walks every day, but he walks real fast. But he's always holding this giant, he's not like a walking stick. It's like a piece of PVC or something.
Oh,
He's gonna fucking crack somebody with that thing.
Yeah, don't cross his ass.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude. I have a guy in my neighborhood now that does that.
Yeah.
And he'll wear like 3/4 cut jeans with suspenders.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like they're almost capris, and he'll have this big stick and this hat
Amish.
on,
Yeah.
and he walks around our neighborhood barefoot.
Barefoot.
But dude's like a nurse up at Hershey Medical. Like he's super smart, and he has like
Fucking
he's got
right,
like pet ducks in his backyard. He's a weird fella, man.
My in-laws have ducks. My next door neighbors, my old next door neighbors, they had
I remember the ducks at your old place always quacking.
yeah. Well, like so I had chickens next door on Hillcrest, but my in-laws live in the borough
You're
and they've
right,
got
you're
ducks.
right. I was thinking of our friends up in Birdsboro. They had chickens and their neighbors had ducks. And it was always a constant back and forth.
I would never live in Birdsboro.
They had
Florida
a
is
great piece of
much
land.
more-
Man.
Much better.
Just a
Florida's like
different kinda-
Birdsboro on a crack.
Yeah.
Apparently, if they heat their beer by fire out in Birdsboro.
Yeah. They're down in Wilmington, North Carolina, though. That's where we're going down to stay with in July.
Nice. That'll be fun.
It should be. I've never been there.
I think I was there. I think I stayed there before. There's good stuff out there. Dunn's gone. I was worried about my internet, and I think the Steves have had the worst internet so far.
I
I'm not
probably have.
surprised. He probably forgot to pay his bill.
Dude, my internet completely stopped working. I had to call Comcast. We don't have fiber yet, so like there's a neighborhood down the street that has fiber from AT&T. We don't have it yet in my neighborhood, so like I just have Comcast, but everything stopped working and I had to call them and they had to send somebody out. They put in a new router and like ran a new line from the pole or something like that, but it sucked.
Yeah, that's the future, but it's taken a while to get there.
Yeah. Hopefully one day.
Well, he just texted us and said his laptop died, so I don't know if we're going to see him again.
That's all right.
That might be it.
It's getting late anyway. Well, guys, it was a good time. Mr. Steve, what do you think? You want to try to do this again?
Yeah, we can definitely try and do it again. I think I might do it upstairs, so my internet's a little bit better, but yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll ship you guys some Florida beers. Some Three Sons and some Civil Society maybe or something like that, and let's try to do this again. This is a good time. We had a good turnout.
I got some. I got a 4-pack of Human Robot to go along with your glass coming down to you, so you can have a little
nice
little taste of Philly back down there.
Nice. How are you going to do that? Do you think you're going to ship it, or are you going to give it to Taylor?
I'm going to ship it. Is he coming down?
No.
Then I probably should give it to
Brad's
him.
coming down next week.
We've got this like whole weird thing happening where like we're supposed to meet up in July, but like we were planning on a trip in July for my dad's retirement, but Nathan's having a baby like at the end of July, so like maybe we're going to postpone to wait for the baby to come, and this whole thing. I don't know.
I'll figure out a way to ship it to you. We'll get it down to you sometime.
I'll ship you guys some beers, and maybe we can do another get together. That'd be a lot of fun.
When's Sean going down? You're still a couple weeks out, right?
Yeah, I'm.
It's
2 weekends. 2 weekends from this week. 2 weeks.
Maybe
So,
I
could probably bring it down.
Yeah, maybe I'll just give it to you.
Yeah, if you've got weight in your baggage.
I mean, I'm just carrying on. I don't think I'll have too much. I'm 2 days and
You
I'm
can't
out.
take liquids on board.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'll be shipping a box, so I'll just do that.
Okay.
How about that?
Right.
What's the race schedule? We got Azerbaijan.
Yeah, it's in. So what, we have 2 weeks in a row, right? Not this weekend, but next weekend, and then it's Miami.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything this weekend, but there is one next weekend, and then there's Miami.
There's got to be a weekend in between Azerbaijan and Miami.
Nah, I don't know. I mean,
Azerbaijan is the 30th, and then
Miami's the
United
6th.
States is the 7th, Miami.
Oh,
And then Italy is the 21st.
Yeah.
all right.
So,
All right. Well, I got to go to the bathroom so bad, so we may as well end
Bye,
this
guys.
bad boy. It's been awesome. I hope you guys keep doing this. I will come on whenever, but even if it's other people, I will be glad to watch.
yeah, let's try to do this every once in a while.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
absolutely.
Cheers, guys. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Yeah, if you guys took the time to hang out and watch us, we've got quite a
I'll
few
see you in a
viewers
couple
on
weeks,
right
Mr.
now.
John.
Appreciate it. Yeah, Sean, I'll see you in a couple weeks. It's going to be a blast. Formula One.
I'll
Maybe
I'll see you in a couple days.
So,
Yeah, I'll see you soon, Mr. Steve.
yeah, maybe we'll try to do a little get together on while you're here or something. Maybe we can do
That'd
a
be
little.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. So we'll see. We'll make something happen. All right, guys. Have a good night. Everybody
All right.
that was watching.
We're at Locust
participating,
Lane
we
this weekend.
appreciate you. Have a good night. Yeah, go see FAM Locust Lane this weekend, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
See you now.
All right. See you guys.